It's the third weekend in June. Gonna look at the trees. So first up, the pear tree. Looks good on it. This past week's been really hot and dry, so some things have grown quite well. These pears are filling out quite nicely. A bunch of them all over there. So yeah, I had went through and thinned them once. I need to go back and thin them a little more just to kind of keep it under control, but it looks pretty good. The cherries. So it's been 2 weeks since I last shot the video. Last weekend I was sick, couldn't come out, but that's when the cherries started getting ripe. And so in between 2 weeks, so in 2 weeks, basically came ripe. We picked some over the past week, and then the birds got the rest. So you can see lots of leaves, but now hardly any cherries left. Between us and the birds, they're all gone. So there's a few little ones left, but that's it for this year. So now for the rest of the year, we just need to maintain it and make sure no other pests get it. But the fruit's harvested, so which is a big job, but thankfully it's done. The apple tree, I thinned it out a little bit more, but there's still, you can see a cluster right there where I need to go in and do it. I sprayed again last night for the codling moth, but even though I have been spraying very diligently right from the beginning, this year I have noticed that a lot of the fruit has marks on it already. There's a fruit there. That fruit doesn't look like it has anything, but here there's a mark there, and then there's an insect damage there and there. So most of them have insect damage already. I don't know if hopefully it's not the moths, because then that's the worm in the apple, and then it's kind of a really bad news situation. But we'll see what happens there. But there's not really much to do at this point except keep spraying and see what happens. The peach tree is looking good. No aphids issues this year on either the cherry or the peach. So hopefully I guess then the ladybugs were working their magic this year, but didn't have a problem with that. The peaches are starting to get pretty full, and now that they're getting bigger, I can see them to thin out a few extra ones. I did grab a few as I was taking my still shots, but there's always some. There's some that are a little too close. We can get rid of them, so that way we'll have better spacing and reduce our disease issues and such. The other pear tree filling in. Once again, this pear tree rubbed up, it closes it with the peach, and this pear with the apricot, so it's kind of a tight squeeze there, but eventually we'll get it all under control. And then the pears look good. Here they look like a little bit, maybe a little smaller than the other one, pear tree, but they're looking okay. Don't see any major issues with them. And the apricot monstrosity just keeps growing. Once again, no real fruit this year, so at some point, maybe now, to have a little more time to come in here and do the pruning. Just noticing this here, this looks like what they call shot hole disease because of exactly what it looks like. Looks like someone took a shotgun right there, because there's all those leaves or holes in the leaves. So can't see that. That's it right there. All that looks like a shotgun blast through there. That is something I'll probably have to evaluate how much it is here. I can't remember. I think it's a fungal pest, which easily could have been with all that rain we had a few weeks back, or months now maybe. But I'll have to look into that and see what the deal is with that. But other than that, just lots and lots of growth, and I'll need to do a summer pruning on it soon and hopefully get it back under control. So anyway, that's where we are. Cherries are done. Apricots would be next on the schedule, but since there's only going to be maybe 3 or 4, we won't really hold our breath for that, and then it'll just be basically maintaining everything until the September, when the peaches and the pears and the apples come. That's all for this week.